Yes. Hello.
We are here.
Hello.
What's up?
Not much.
Hello.
Happy Humpday. Happy Wednesday, everybody, man. We are in the house and we got two young hustlers in the house today. We got Chris and Andrew up in the house. So welcome to Humpday Hangout, y'all. We appreciate you.
Hello, thank you. Thank you for having us on your show.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Thank
It is our
you all
pleasure.
so much for coming.
Yeah, anytime we can get the younger generation on the show, we appreciate it because you guys are misunderstood, man. Y'all misunderstood. A lot of people have a lot of feelings towards the youth nowadays, and you guys are out here doing your thing. If y'all didn't know, Andrew and Chris, they have a podcast. And what's the name of your podcast?
The name of the podcast is Pro Political Pod. It is on a few platforms actually. It's on YouTube, which is under with the shirt I'm wearing now. It's Pro Political Network, or you could check it out on Spotify or on Google Podcasts under Pro Political Pod. You can also look at it on Spreaker, is what we use, where we have all of the platforms lined up that we're on. So you can go and check that one out. And yeah.
Nice.
There you go.
Definitely gotta check it out.
Pro Political. Andrew, what is the show all about? Can you kind of walk us through that?
Yeah, so I mean the show is every Wednesday. Yeah, every Wednesday, Friday we try to upload episodes. Basically, I mean it's a show about politics. We talk about the news, or if something we're just not inherently news related or political might happen, but if we can have like a spin on it to make it political, we'll do that sometimes too. We'll give our monologue and then we'll discuss it. That's kind of the format of the show.
Gotcha.
We've had a couple of discussion episodes. We just released our second discussion yesterday, actually. It was an in-person recording with a politician running for city council in New York. So it was pretty cool.
Oh, go ahead then. Congratulations on that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How did y'all look? We dove right into it today. Thank everybody up in the chat. And if y'all didn't know, let's just go on and throw this out the window. Andrew and Chris, they're basically brothers. Different mothers. But Andrew is actually Lissette's New England Betty Booth. That's her son. If y'all can't see it in his face. And then Chris is basically the adopted son. You know what I'm saying? So we got fam of the fam in the house, and it's definitely a pleasure to have them up in the house. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We appreciate you as y'all come filing in. Once again, we got Chris and Andrew on the show. They have a dope podcast out there. It's a Political View podcast. And talk to me. So you guys just interviewed a politician. How did y'all get that lined up?
So basically, we found this guy. We knew this guy from a while ago. We never actually met him, but it was 2021. And we had a friend that went on his show. He was getting into politics himself. And so I guess he ran into this politician, started teaming up with him and doing stuff there. And so he wanted to run for city council as well. So he was on his show. They did a nice podcast together. And there was a whole bunch of people on. And he was one of them. He sent me the link and I watched it. Both me and Andrew, we watched it. Then I was with my grandpa. We out the other day. So we fast forward to 2023, and I was driving him home, and I saw that there was a flyer, like a poster, right outside a bakery, and it was this guy that was doing the podcast that did his thing, and he's running for city council again. And I was like, oh wow! I was like, I know this guy, so I pull over real quick, and I said, look, I gotta take a picture. I gotta show this to Andrew. So I show it to Andrew, and we just talked about it. We laughed and whatever. And then we were talking late at night. Like, what if we had this guy on our podcast? I'm like, he would be great. I mean, I've heard only nice things about him, and it would be very interesting. And so we both agreed. I shot him over an email. He is Jewish, so he didn't get back on time because it was Sabbath. It was Shabbos. So I sent it Saturday morning. I scheduled it for 8 in the morning. He got back to me right at night, and he was welcoming to do it. I said, "Oh, that's terrific. That's great." So we got everything all planned together. Andrew was coming in from Massachusetts that week because we went to do congressional. We went to, I don't know if you ever heard of the congressional baseball game.
No, I have not.
So they have Republicans versus Democrats play in this ballpark, and it's actually so you know where the Nationals are, like the Nationals ballpark. It was there, and Pro Political Network was a sponsor of it again. So we did Pro Political Gear last year's sponsor, and this year's Pro Political Network. So Andrew because last year was so last minute, but this year it was planned. So Andrew was able to come in from Massachusetts, take the days off from work and everything. He came in and we did that. So we went from DC and then we went back to New York. New York on Friday, we had it scheduled in a studio, and it went great.
Wow.
Yeah, and so that's how it really happened. I mean, he's a very nice guy. We got at least about an hour and 25 minutes. The episode just released this morning at 9 in the morning.
There you go.
So yeah, I mean, and there you go.
make sure everybody check that out. I'm sure Lisette's going to drop that link somewhere in the chat. Make sure y'all go check that out. Andrew, how did it feel? Like how comfortable were you talking? You talk to politicians or anyone kind of around that realm. You get you may get a little nervous. How did you feel talking to him, Andrew?
What? For this one, this guy was like a really big talker. I mean, he like we let him go and he just kept going. So for him, I mean, it was more like, we were like an interview style kind of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's definitely, I think for me and Chris, it's something like a learning experience to really get familiar with that. And we are interested in, reaching out to more people, like whether they're politicians or people just in that realm in general. So definitely something that we want to kind of do more of.
Sometimes that's all it takes, right, Regina? Is just reaching out.
Yeah, making those connections and not being afraid to talk to people, ask people what they do, and just staying in contact with people.
Absolutely.
So this is what we're going to do. Let's go into the chat. One of the biggest parts of our show is our chat. We have some of the greatest people that follow us and continue to support our show. We're going to go into the chat and say hi to some folks, and then we'll pull you guys up on the screen and let y'all introduce yourself, let them know a little bit about you, and then also where they can find you, your links and all that good stuff. So we'll start off with, of course, we got Lisette in the house. What's going on, Lisette?
Hi, Mom.
Hello.
Says happy hump day, beautiful people. Hello, amazing Derrick, fabulous Regina, my handsome son Andrew, and Chris. Hope y'all have a great day. Yeah, Lisette is she's a staple in our group, man. She's part of the squad. She's just she's a social butterfly, right? She's a social butterfly. She likes nothing but positivity. And that's basically what this show is all about, uplifting each other, trying to motivate each other to do better. And that's what we're all about. And glad to have her always in the chat. We got the wonderful Jennifer Hayes in the house. What's going on, Jennifer?
What's up, Jennifer? Nice
to see you, Jennifer. We got Duncan. Duncan is back in the house. He said, I'm back. Is this week talk? What? Is this weekly sex talk? No, it's not, Duncan.
Duncan coming back hot.
So Duncan has about 30 wives, and Duncan has been having a hard time coming to the show because his wives have been keeping him kind of preoccupied.
Let's see.
Yeah, so Duncan, we got some youngsters on the show, man. I need you to stay calm today. So, we got hustlers in the house. What's going on, hustlers?
What's up, hustlers?
Big homie Hustler is always in the house. Duncan says 7 microwaves on the blink, 14 wives having a sniffle at each other. Meow. 4 wives wore me out last night in the dark room. Okay.
Oh my God, Duncan.
Okay.
Duncan, get some rest.
Please lay down somewhere, Duncan. I need you. I need you to lay Duncan. You got to come on the show so we can interview you because I need to understand your time management,
In the microwaves.
your microwave. We got. Why am I? Why am I about? I was about to blow that whole name. Vanity Star TV. I was about to
That's
blow
a
that
new
name.
name.
It is nice to see you.
What's up, Evanity?
Very nice to see you. Thank you for joining us today. We got Lisa in the house. Lisa.
What's up, Lisa?
Okay, look. Duncan needs 75 tips, political tips from you guys today, and he needs them within 3 minutes. So y'all think about that, and we'll pull you up and let y'all give 75 tips about the
75
political world.
tips.
Yeah, exactly. It's too much. Duncan,
Too many tips,
yeah,
Duncan.
look, we'll have him give us about 3 or 4 on how to get into the political game and all that stuff. All right, how does that work, Duncan? We got time with D in the house. What's going on, D?
What's up, Miss D?
She says, hello, Derrick, Regina, Andrew, and Chris.
Hello.
Lisette dropped that link right there for you guys' Instagram.
Yes, we have Instagram and also on TikTok, so you can check out Pro Political Network on both of those platforms.
Yeah.
And of course YouTube.
And for TikTok, there's Pro Political Network, which is mostly Chris's content, like his interviews with people on the street.
Yeah.
And Pro Political Pod is a separate TikTok page that has clips from our show. So if you don't want to watch the full hour show every day, then there's clips of fun stuff that happens there.
Yeah.
There
We
you go.
figured that some people, because the way it's made up, it's like the TikTok, there's no like separate sections that you can just say, oh, I'm gonna watch this, so it's like there'd be a lot more podcasts than there were like of street interviews. So I was like, you know what, let's separate them because they're both great in their own way, so let's like separate. But on YouTube they're obviously all together, so the shorts are there and and stuff like that.
Okay.
Make sure y'all go for, if y'all into the political stream world, make sure you give them a follow. Even if you're not, just give them a follow for the support. It always helps out.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right, we
Much
got
appreciated.
we got Nita. We say hi to Nita already.
What's up, Nita J?
We got Nita J in the house. What's going on, Nita? We got the beautiful Shar F in the house. What's going on, Shar?
What's up, sis?
Nice to see you. We got Yoni Adams in the house. Hi, Yoni.
What's up, Yoni?
We have my mom in the house, which by the name of Cheryl Ross. That is my mom. How you doing, Mom?
What's up, Miss
Hello.
Ross?
Now we got Jen in the house. What's going on, Jen?
What is up, Jen?
Wonderful, Jen. Always good to have her in the house. We got Kay Denise. How you doing, Kay Denise?
What's up, sis?
She
Hope
down there.
everything's going okay with you. She had somebody to run into her garage, Derrick.
What do you mean run into her garage?
Someone hit her garage off
Oh,
the
hit it
street.
with a
The
car?
just ran into the garage.
Hell
Sounds
no.
terrible.
That is terrible. Do both of you guys drive?
I do.
I actually
Yeah.
am like practicing driving. I just drove actually before we
I
got
mean,
here.
this guy was telling him, listen, you got to get your license. You really do.
Get your
It's great. It really is. I mean, and especially for just in case of emergencies, I always tell people to go get your license. You never know when you need it. So definitely. I can't wait for him to get his license.
Have you gotten into any accidents?
Yeah. Thankfully, nothing bad. Thankfully.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just but I had one funny accident, I will say, where I was at a red light and the guy just hit me from right behind. He just didn't look, and it was like a light. It was like kind of like a light tap, so it really wasn't that big of a deal. But with the insurance and everything, the guy was like, "Oh, I'm going to give you $300, $400, and the rules, don't take money." You say, "All right, we're going to go through the insurance," and good thing we went through the insurance because it turned out it cost like $2,000. Had to get a whole new bumper and everything. So you got to go through insurance. Never do it by cash, even though it looks nice in the moment. It really doesn't work. So always go through insurance. That's something that I definitely have learned. Unless it's anything under $500, then don't go through insurance. There's like no point. But yeah.
There y'all go. Go
Gotta
through
be
insurance,
safe.
man.
And make sure you have insurance.
Man, that's what I was about to
yeah.
say right there. That's
Make sure that's step number one.
yes, have insurance. How about we do that? Andrew, what's your biggest concern on driving, man?
What do you mean?
Well, do you have a big a concern about getting your L's?
I don't know if I really have a concern. It's just, I guess, like the time I'm always kind of moving around doing stuff.
Yeah.
So to learn like the whole thing, it's especially too because then, my sister is teaching me, so our schedules have to
Okay.
line up.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Is she look? Keep it 100. Ain't nobody gonna hear this. Is your sister a good driver?
Yeah, I think so. She's
Okay.
been driving since she was 16. She's like the opposite of me. So
Okay. All right. She got the experience in there.
Mhm.
I hear you. How's the traffic out there? What state do you live in?
well, I'm in Mass. I live with Lisette or my mom.
Okay. So in Mass. How's the traffic out there?
It depends. I mean, some of it's like most of it's okay. There's some parts that are pretty congested.
Mhm.
When my sister does, like, we do go drive, we drive on 91 to Connecticut, and the traffic isn't really that bad. So, that's good.
Okay.
Mhm.
And what about Chris? How's the traffic out there? What state do you live in?
So I'm from New York. I'm from Brooklyn.
He's,
Okay.
So honestly, it's not terrible. But if you go to the busier parts, like I personally wouldn't want to drive in the city, like Manhattan, like that. I just wouldn't want to do. There's certain parts of Brooklyn I don't want to drive in either, like downtown Brooklyn, and there's definitely other areas where I look at them. Yeah, I'm good. Someone else could drive, or I'll take the train. I don't mind taking the train. I don't care for the bus. It's funny because me and Andrew, because we know each other for a long time now, and through our high school years, we did not like taking the bus. So we always walked. So we walked it was like a little over 3 miles almost every single day. We would do this because we did not like the bus. The bus would never come on time. It's always packed. And, it's like there's so many problems with it where it's like, so I was never a bus guy, never. But
Me.
the train, even if it's busy, like it's annoying, but I don't think it's as bad as the bus. I don't know why. It's just a thing with me. And yeah, we even walked it was like when it was snowing, raining. We even have umbrellas. We just do it. But what the thing is that when you're walking with somebody, and I've walked home many times by myself too, and so did he, because sometimes we get out at different times because we do extra clubs or whatever. And it's always easier to talk to someone and just,
It's time.
the time flies, and then when you do it every day, it just gets easier and easier. And you just keep on going, and it's like nothing. And everybody will come up to me, and like some of the teachers would come up to me and be like, "Well, Chris, what are you two doing? Like it's raining. Why don't you guys take the bus?" "No, it's okay. We're fine. Don't worry about it." So that's just the way we are, So
I totally get it, Chris, because I used to walk 3 miles to school too. I hated the bus.
Yeah, no, I mean it's terrible.
Honestly,
Always
walking home like that and talking about random stuff was kind of the prototype of the podcast in a way too.
Yeah, see, that's dope.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It all
Just
fits
like
in.
us kind of figuring each other out too, especially at that age where you're kind of learning about the world.
Yeah.
We're still learning. We got a lot to learn.
Well, yeah, we're still young, but like.
How old are you guys?
So I'm 23. I'm about to turn 24 next month.
We're both 20. Yeah, both basically.
Yeah,
99.
so we're basically the same year. I mean,
Mhm.
he's 20. He's 24 already though, so he's older. I get to make fun of him for being old. So by like 2 months. So we do it to our other close friend that we have. He's born in March, so
yeah,
we
So he old as hell.
we laugh at so we laugh at him. We point our finger and laugh, and then when Andrew turned 24, he couldn't point and laugh no more. So now I'm pointing and laughing until next month. So
weeks.
yeah, don't remind me.
Yeah, Regina used to, Regina's the oldest person in this whole show. And
Shut up, Derrick.
yeah, she used to ride horse and carriages to school.
Don't
I know
believe.
it was tough on her, man, out there. The horse, you never know which way it was going to go. So she was never on time.
Don't believe, Derrick.
That's what you, okay. Anyway, shout out to Evolving Always Production. What is going on, Terry? Nice to see you.
What's up, Terry?
Hustle Says Podcast, definitely building the brand, especially with sponsorship. That's right. Get that name out there. You can build up. Y'all in the right area for that stuff too. Y'all definitely in the right area. Next to look at Terry coming in dropping love. She said, "I got 5 on it."
Thank you, Terry. I
Terry
got 5 on it.
Yeah. Hey, what kind of music y'all listen to?
Almost anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
almost anything.
But I mean, I prefer like hip hop and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, is it?
I don't know if you can see. I have like a MF Doom poster in the background.
Okay, yeah,
I like
yes,
Tyler the
yes.
Creator a lot too.
Who's your favorite? If I ask both of you guys, give me. We're gonna continue saying hi, but give me your top. Give me your top 3 people you're listening to right now.
Oof. Right now, I know one has to be Don Tolliver.
Okay.
That's he's definitely up there. I've been listening to him a lot recently, especially with the Spider-Man album.
Yeah, I
that
was
just
thinking
came out.
that. Yeah, we
You
both
know,
kind
but
of
like,
listen to that on repeat, low key.
oh yeah, but he also came out with an album this year, another album that I've been listening to. So I've been listening a lot to him. I guess you could put who else do I like? It's funny. I can look at my Spotify, like, oh yeah, yeah, that's who I listen to. But like
Spotify's tough because it's like not really. It's just like background music to me a lot of the time.
sometimes, I mean, I guess you could put on the list. Look, one of my favorite rappers, I got to be honest, is Pop Smoke. I mean, I thought he was fantastic. I mean, I haven't listened to too much of his stuff right now, but I'm telling you, I listen to him usually all the time. He's always somewhere on my playlist, but he hasn't been on there recently. But I'll still put his name up there. And I guess I'll be basic with this one. Put Drake because I can't. I'm trying to think of different names, and it's like I listen to a lot of different songs. I listen to metal and stuff
Right.
like that. So I mean, but those are the first 3 names that come to my mind right now.
Got you, Andrew.
Yeah, I already said 2. I said Doom and Tyler, and I'll say Steve Lacy, sure.
Okay.
Because I do listen to a lot of his stuff.
Okay. A lot of music is mood based anyway. You know,
Mhm.
like, yeah, whatever you're in the mood listening to, like you want to listen to some. Do y'all listen to old school hip hop, R&B, any of that stuff, or are y'all more new school?
Oh, I guess more new school for me. I mean, I could listen to both. I could, like I said, I could listen to almost anything. It depends on the vibe.
Yeah. Well, since Doom's one of my favorites, I do like Spotify will like put on a lot of like 90s stuff, and I do enjoy that too.
Right.
But I don't know a lot about a lot of the older artists, but I do like if it comes on, usually it'll be cool.
Yeah.
You rock to it. Okay. Shout out to Dana Beatty. What is going on? Nice to see you. Very good to see you. We got Adrian Williams in the house. What's going on, Adrian? Nice to see you. Did you miss him? Down a little further. There he is.
Oh, Adrian.
We got regular guy in the house. What's going on, regular guy?
We skipped TJ.
Where TJ at? Where the hell he at?
There's TJ.
Oh, he's right in there. What's happening, TJ? Big homie right there. That's our bro. Regular guy. Look, guys, whoever won last week, the giveaways, I just got back this weekend, and my week has been absolutely insane so far. So I haven't shipped out they're still sitting right here. They're sitting right here. So I haven't shipped them out. They'll be shipped out by the end of the week, though. So just have a little patience for me. I appreciate that. We got Miss Lachey in the house. Shay.
What's up, Mr. Shay?
Hi, Shay. We got Sherry Russell in the house. What's going on, Sherry?
What's up, Sherry?
Hi, Sherry. You know what movie that's from? What movie that's
from? With Martin.
Yeah.
What's that movie? I can't think of the title.
Big Mama.
Big Mama.
Big Mama.
You lying, Sherry.
Yeah. Have y'all seen Big Mama? I know
it's been a while. It's been a while. I did, but it's been a while. I gotta say, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Every time I see Sherry, that's all I think of. We got Kate Denise said, it's good. I'm still trying to get in the garage. I got all the other orders pulled. They said they'll have to fix it by Friday. I heard a teenager did it. Oh, God.
Oh, gosh. They probably was on the cell phone.
That cell phone, guys, stay off the cell phone when you're driving, man. It is really not that. I know we all have the tendency to grab that phone when we're driving and think we could multitask, but it's not you got to worry about. It's the people around you. You don't know who's going to slam on their brakes. You don't know if they on their phone. You just don't know. Just put the goddamn phone down.
I know some people that could drive with their phone and they're fine, but I know me personally, I can never do that. I feel like if I ever did that, like there's an accident right away. But that's just the way I am. Like, it's just I'm one of those drivers. I have to like know everything that's going on, and like I can only do that one thing when it comes to driving.
Yeah,
so
I think I'll be the same way.
Yeah, I can never just like say, "Oh, look, let me go take out my phone. I'm gonna go on TikTok." Like, I'll sit there and take out the whole
Don't
thing,
do
you
it.
know?
No, my friend does stuff like that. I'm like, what the hell? Like,
I don't know how
he'll
you
be
can do
driving me
that.
somewhere, and we'll be on the highway, and I'll just see him like watching like YouTube.
Oh
Right.
my gosh.
Nah, I couldn't do that. Nope.
So you just basically look at him like F my life, huh? So
Right.
you just gonna sit right here and be on the phone, huh? Just forget me, forget what I'm living for.
Yeah.
Don't happen too fast.
I had a homie. I jumped out the car. We was at a light. My man kept being on the phone. I got out the car. Called Uber. I did. I called Uber. Never rode with them ever again in my life.
It's
Good.
scary.
But you trying to kill me?
Value your life.
TJ said I drove in New York one time and it was awful.
Yeah. Look, I mean, here's the thing. If you're not from New York, you're not gonna like the way people drive in New York. That's just the way it is. I go sometimes when I go out of state, like I go to like last year when I went to Pennsylvania, specifically there'd be some turns that you would have to make that like a very like it's like 40 mile per hour you could go, that's the limit. But like these turns are so sharp. I'm like, what the hell? Like I get really mad at that because I'm like, why is that there? Why can I go 40, but then I gotta do a sharp turn? I said, absolutely not. I said, New York is much better than Pennsylvania. All right.
But then some people are probably used to
Yeah.
that. They're probably going to New York and like, why is everyone driving so damn slow?
I'm like, well, you know what? That's just the way it is. Like, you know, and you gotta and listen, in New York, I mean, there's obviously a lot of problems, especially with driving, because there's a lot of speed cameras. So you see that thing flashing. And it's like I know where all these speed cameras are. Even if I've never been in the area, I can just see it from the corner of my eye. Thank God, because those things really get you. I personally have never been caught, thankfully, and I hope not to get caught anytime soon. You know, I don't feel like funding NYC for some BS. All right, so
That's California too. California, there's cameras everywhere. I'm talking about in the most deserted neighborhoods. You get a stop sign camera picture in mail and be like, yo, I saw you. I'm like, yo, what? Why is there a camera over there? There's like nobody over there. Why do you have a camera over there?
so you're from California?
Yeah, I'm in Cali.
Okay, you're both in California, or?
I'm in
Okay.
Alabama.
Oh wow, two totally different parts of the United States. All right, opposite. That is the most opposite I've ever heard. Alabama and California.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, me and her actually met online. You know, we frequent chats often, some of the same chats, and we got to know each other online. And one day I said, yo, I want to start a show. And this was 3 years ago, right, Regina? Like 3 years ago. And we started doing the show, and we've been doing the show ever since. We haven't missed one Wednesday in 3 years.
Wow, that's terrific. I mean,
Yeah.
you listen, you can meet a lot of people online and be friends with them. For example, like the story I just said, when I was in Pennsylvania, that I was there because I met a group of people about 10 years ago. I know Andrew's probably like, oh, please don't remind me, because like we know these guys for so long. And it's kind of crazy to think that it turned into that. But we've known these guys for so long. And so they do a trip every year. I didn't get to go this year because I was in DC promoting my brand. I was promoting Pro Political Network. So I couldn't be on the trip this year. But last year, I went to Pennsylvania and met with a group of people. There was like maybe 10 people. We went and we all met each other from online. Some people from Ohio, from South Carolina, you know, obviously me in New York, and just all over. And it's great. We do an Airbnb, and yeah, so you could really learn from a lot of people online. You can really start to make good connections. So I think online, that's definitely one of the pros of the internet.
Yeah.
So
Chris,
yeah.
something related. Did you do the poll they had for the next trip for them?
No, actually, I gotta do that poll.
I did it and voted for every New England state.
That's great. Yeah, so they put out a poll because, you know, everyone's from all over the place. So they put out a
it's like a
poll.
group of like 20-ish people that are realistically could go.
Oh yeah, like 20 people. Obviously, not all 20 could go because there's actually some people that are married, have kids.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, we've been in there for such a long time, so have they. So
when they started, like they were like 24, 25, and we were like, you know, like high schoolers.
Yeah.
And now they're like we're like in that age range, and they're like, you know, they're like close to their 30s, some of them.
Yeah, it's wild. You can meet some. Like I met, you know, that's how I met your mom. You know, we went. It was a reselling meetup, and I met your mom. Well, me and Regina, we finally met your mom, which was great. Me and Regina met at a convention, so it's it's just wild how you form these connections
Yeah.
over the internet, and you get to know people, and sometimes they become closer to you than your family is.
That's true.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
crazy
no,
because
absolutely.
I grew up with this stuff, like meeting these people and like knowing about like conventions and stuff to go to and all these events and stuff. So seeing like my mother do it with you guys, it's pretty cool, you know.
Yeah,
And they're
that's
telling me like,
amazing.
"Oh, I'm going to this day." I'm like, "Wow, it's like it's like what I do."
Yeah.
That's the positive thing about the internet.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
absolutely.
And shout out to Push Lady T. Thank
What's
you
up, Lady T? Thank you.
for joining. And look at Nicey. Nicey came in, dropped 10 on it. She said, "Here, take this $10 and shut up."
Thank you, Misty.
She said, "Hey, everyone! Happy Hump Day! Thanks for having you. I have you in the house,
Thank
Missy."
you, sis. Thank you so much.
Duncan said, "Let's get this straight, Regina. Only 26 and single." Yes. Oh, yeah. They want to know if you were single, Regina. There's a question in there. They want to know if you were single.
Oh no, I'm married.
How long? See, Regina been married longer than how old you guys are. Regina, how long you been married?
25 years. 25 in August.
Regina's been married 25
It's only a
years.
year.
Oh, wow.
Yes, which is older than you guys. That is
Shut
wild.
up, Derek. Why you got to put dubs on?
No, I'm putting it into perspective. That's all.
Gosh, that
Like
bitch older than you guys.
I'm putting it into perspective. Like it makes an impact, right? That's impactful.
Yeah.
Like she's been married longer than we've been alive. That's amazing.
Not you, because you older than me.
Stop your
Don't let
lying.
Derek fool y'all.
You've been capping all day
He's the
long. Like
oldest.
you started early this morning capping.
He is the oldest.
You should. You woke up and chose lying this morning. That was the word you chose.
He's the oldest.
You chose lying. When you woke up this morning, your vocabulary word was liar.
I'm just telling the truth.
Yeah. Sunday is too damn close to today for you to be lying like this. Sunday is too close. Anyway, well, it's actually the Urban Dictionary. All right, let's scroll down. I think we said hi to everybody. Nope, we didn't. We got Pink Diva Studios in the house. We got Rhonda in the house. What's going on, Rhonda? Rhonda is in the house. TJ, yeah. Oh, just make it to the bathroom before I lose my bowels all over myself. My bowels. Terry said, "I drove to New York back in the day, and I am young like Regina."
Who said that?
Terry.
Okay.
Terry said that. So you thought somebody's talking mess about this?
No, I was trying to find it.
We got ATL Flippers in the house. What's going on, Derrick and Jasmine? He said, "Hey, everyone, who is your mother?" So, New England Betty Boop, Lisette. Lisette is the mom.
Yep.
Yes.
Push Lady T said, "Hello, first time over here on Hump Day. Glad to have you, Push Lady T. Very glad to have you. We appreciate you.
So much.
Let's pull them up on the screen, Regina. We'll pull Andrew up first. We're gonna pull you up on the screen. Let everybody know who you are, what you do, and where they can find you, my friend. Andrew, it's on you, man.
Okay.
So low.
Oh, that's Chris.
Oh, that's me.
Jeez, Regina, God damn it.
I'm going first, or
She's having some issues right now. Some tech. Regina, can you put Andrew on the screen, please?
What?
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I thought you said,
Nah, we go ahead. Go ahead, go first. Oh,
Okay.
Make up your mind.
I don't understand what's going on here.
Hello. My name's Andrew. You know, obviously I'm New England Betty Boop Lisette. I'm her son. And I co-host Pro Political Pod with Chris. Obviously, like I mentioned before, it's a political show every Wednesday and Thursday, or every Wednesday, Friday. We record Thursday. We talk about politics and, get into the nitty-gritty and, give our opinions and everything. We've been doing it for about 4-ish months now. Obviously, we're trying to expand more. We're interviewing politicians. Chris sponsored the baseball game, and we were there too. And on top of that, too, he does interviews, which I definitely will get in on that eventually as well. So that's kind of how we're, I guess, hustling in a way, too. Like, we obviously both work day jobs, but that's kind of the thing we're doing on the side. I have, like, socials. My social media stuff is just Cafe Revolution on everything. So if you do want to follow me individually, you can do that. But I don't really post too much of the pro political stuff on any of that stuff. So, but Chris can definitely give you that information after me.
There you go.
There we go.
Let's go ahead and pull Chris up on the screen.
All right. All right. So, as you know, my name is Chris, and I am the founder of Pro Political Network and also Pro Political Gear and Pro Political Pod, all the pro political, everything underneath that banner. I am the host of Pro Political Pod, where, as Andrew said, we talk about the news and we give our opinions about what's going on in the world, specifically in the United States. And and the Pro Political Network, the pod, which is under the YouTube account. As I mentioned before, we're on YouTube, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram. But to really get all our content, YouTube is the best source. And I go out and do interviews with people. I have a video up there for the March for Life. I was there and I gave interviews to people there. I guess I have a quick announcement is that I'll be uploading a video on Monday. I was with my time at CPAC. So that video is finally going to get released before it got taken down due to the policies from YouTube. But now that they reversed the decision on that, so now I'm able to upload it. So when that comes out on Monday, you'll be able to see it if you subscribe to the channel. So I do interviews there alongside with the podcast, as Andrew just mentioned. We did a podcast with a politician who was running for a district city council in Brooklyn, New York, and it went pretty well. It was our first studio session, which was terrific. And also, the last thing I'd like to mention is Pro Political Gear, which started this whole thing. Pro Political Gear is a website, well, it's a shop where you could buy political apparel. So you could buy stuff if you like. If you're into the political world and you want to buy like Trump, Biden, or anything there, you can do that. We have a lot. There's so much stuff there that you could go and purchase. So that's what really started this whole thing with Pro Political Network and Pro Political Pod, and really tied everything together, which is terrific. So if you're interested in that, go check out Pro Political Network on, like I said, all the social media platforms, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. And if you're interested in the merchandise, you could check out Pro Political Gear, which also tonight I'm going to be releasing the Pro Political Pod merchandise.
Wow.
There you go. Mouthful, man. All networks.
Yeah, I had to let that all go out.
Yeah, you gotta let it go, man. All networks. They all hustle. They hustle on every platform. Which
I
is
would have
dope.
stuttered 70 times.
Would you, Regina? You've been all over.
Yeah.
Shout out to Legal Side Hustles in the house. What's going on, Legal Side Hustle? He said Regina's super honest until she's
What's
not.
up, bro? Ready?
Duncan said it's not how old you are, it's how young you feel.
That's right.
That's how young
There's
you
my
feel.
bro.
Yeah, there he is. I think someone else came in here as well. King Morgan came in the house. What's going on, King Morgan?
King Morgan, where is he?
Couple below.
Is he below ready?
Yeah. You see him? Shout out to King Morgan. Thank you for jumping in the house with us. We appreciate you. So I'm going to ask you guys, how did all this form? Right? Who said, look, let's do a podcast. Let's make a podcast, and then
He's going to me.
Yeah, he's like, and then go into the political field, because everyone knows how politics are and how people feel about politics. We don't talk much politics on the show because people are ignorant. A lot of people are ignorant and can't respect the fact that people have different views on things, and it seems to be in politics that either you like this and I don't like you, or you like that and I don't like it. There's never a median point in politics. What made y'all jump into that realm?
So as I mentioned before, I wanted to start a store. I see all these political stores, and I was like, you know what? Randomly at like 3 a.m, which all the great ideas come, right?
Yes.
I decided to purchase all the things I needed, and I started an online store, which is Pro Political Gear. So that's what started there. And me and Andrew, we talked about politics starting in high school. We started to get into it, and I think the 2016 election really started to get everyone to start talking, and which turned out great for me and Andrew because now obviously we're doing our thing. So we started talking about politics, and as you mentioned, we walked home from school from high school. Uh, we built a lot of chemistry together. So we have over a decade of chemistry, and we talk about politics. So I said, you know what, we should start doing something with that. Maybe if we were to talk online somewhere, maybe someone would like our humor, because we also make jokes about some political things that happen. So we started on Twitch. We started Pro Political on Twitch, and we started live streaming, and it was doing pretty good. But then we weren't being so consistent with it. So like, all right, so what are we gonna do? Maybe if we don't live stream, what's the next best step? Maybe. So we decided, well, let's make a podcast where we record and we talk about the news, because maybe that's what people like. Because sometimes when you start out with live streaming, I mean, you guys are live streaming right now, you probably know how hard it is to first grab people in.
Mhm.
So when you're sitting there and you're sitting at 2 viewers, and then our audience likes to come in at 1 a.m, where we'll pile together a couple of people, we'll start getting like 10, 16 people, but it's like at 2 a.m. And Andrew sometimes has to work at 9 a.m, so it really doesn't work out. So we decided, all right, let's create a podcast. I said, I want to create a podcast. I'm going to call it Pro Political Pod, and you could be my co-host on there, and we just talk about the news, give our sense of humor. Hopefully people like it. And yes, that's how the podcast came into fruition.
There you go.
Do y'all ever get any hate mail or text from people about you all's political views?
Yeah, we, sometimes.
Andrew,
actually,
can you mention what somebody said that one
What?
time about you on the comments?
Oh, okay, I know but I was saying, my mom was in the, like I mentioned the TikTok. She said I don't like the TikTok comments because some of the people on there get kind of crazy, and honestly, for the TikTok specifically, though, it was mostly them debating the topic among each other. Really, not too many people attacking us. But the YouTube definitely, we've uploaded a couple of segments from the show, like that are just kind of one of the topics that we'll talk about, and some people definitely get pretty inflammatory. Especially me, because I'm the more, it's like the dynamic is like I'm the more opinionated one, and Chris is more like straight news, kind of like tries to give all sides. Like I definitely have a more firm, I lay out more firmly my beliefs when I talk on the show.
Yeah.
And I'm someone who's like left wing, like that's a lot of my political ideology. So you get a lot of people who are like, oh, this ignorant black kid doesn't know what he's talking about. He's indoctrinated in all the buzzwords that you hear in the news.
Yeah, of course.
So it's pretty funny. That's kind of part of it too, as to why I think it can work with us, because we've grew up on the internet. We've seen like way worse stuff like almost every day. So we're pretty used to the hate and the divisiveness of politics, and just kind of look forward and do our thing.
How do you guys handle it though? How do you look at the comments and be like, oh, this is hurtful, or like this? It's just people being people.
It's simple. We look at it. I take a photo of it. I send it to Andrew, and I send the laughing emoji.
It's really good. It's just really funny. Yes, I think maybe once someone's tried to like really decipher and like make an actual argument against what we say, but it's usually just kind of like, oh, like they hear me say something and they just get like, that's it. Like you said, I mean, people don't really think open-mindedly when it comes to politics.
Like, of course, people are going to have their opinions, and that's what we're here for, right? So we have the show, and we want people to have opinions. We want people to feel strongly about their beliefs, but also
like we'll hear people like when we had he's running as a Republican, and basically like 80% of what he said I disagree with, but we let him speak and we let him say like what he wanted to do and stuff. If we had more time, we probably would have like asked him a bit more, but
right.
So is life.
So, being that is politics, so would you guys ever consider jumping into politics?
What do you mean?
For maybe becoming part of some type of political office, or maybe,
like running?
Yeah, running, or becoming, just jumping in that whole world.
I would like if I were to jump into that world, the first thing I would like to do is I guess my dream job in politics, if it's not running, it would be like being a campaign manager, someone's campaign manager, because I think it just, the way you could do things can be so much fun, because politics can be fun nowadays. People are starting to get an understanding of this. Recently, there was a person running in Pennsylvania named John Fetterman, and his social media team I thought was hilarious. I thought they were fun. So it's like, oh wow, someone besides Trump's team could actually be funny. So more people are starting to be funny. More people are starting to get an understanding of how humans work, I guess, because a lot of these guys are not on the human level. So they try and find different ways to say, let's try to interact like we're human and stuff like that, right? So I would love to do that. I would love to be like a campaign manager. I think that would be a lot of fun. Running for office, I don't know. That takes a lot. That takes a toll on your personal life and
Yeah.
career wise. It takes it's a risk. It's like starting your own business in a way because you're putting your name out there saying you're gonna do this, this, and this, and you gotta hope people like it. And
Yep.
matter of fact, you gotta hope people love it, and then you gotta make sure they vote for you. So it's very hard, but I think a campaign manager would definitely be pretty cool. So yeah,
Got you.
Yeah.
That's all. Andrew is disqualified. You got a bunch of crooked people in your family, in your political family.
Yeah.
I still run their
Apparently,
campaign.
my aunt or cousin or something. Apparently, she's like she was a city councilman in Pennsylvania and she got arrested.
That's okay.
Wow.
Hey, make a stamp, man. We're putting the name out there.
Yeah. Well, it's not. It's not my name. My name Cornick is my name.
I know
so.
who we're interviewing next.
Straight from the jailhouse. I
So
need
weirdly
y'all to
enough,
absolutely.
there is also
Zoom.
like political activism on my dad's side.
Oh, really?
He was showing me an article, yeah, from like it's probably almost 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
I think like his sister or something was like one of the people protesting to make the minimum wage higher in New York before, like when that was like kind of a big thing.
Okay.
So that's
Wow.
cool. That's cool. It's something I actually would agree to. It's not like
Right.
oh, like you're a freaking crook.
Right. There's a lot of positivity out there, man. Shout out to Connie C in the house. What is going on, Connie? Nice to
What's
see
up,
you.
Connie?
We got our brother right there. So Connie is Regina's best friend.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
So
She's
supportive.
super supportive. They've been friends since you guys were in what grade, Regina?
First grade.
First grade.
Wow.
That's my
Yeah.
buddy.
That's me and Chris's other friend, or me and him, my friend John. I've known him since the first grade.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
find too many friends that you stay
Right.
friends with, coming up, because a lot of people grow apart, they move, or you guys just grow in two different directions. So
That's true.
Absolutely.
that's so cool to have that one because normally it's 1 or 2. It's
Yeah.
cool to have that
Oh,
1
yeah.
or 2 friends that you grew up with and you knew since childhood. That's dope.
It's a blessing.
It is. Hey, shout out to Callie Louise. That's my brother right there. Shout out to
What's
you,
up,
big
Louise?
homie. FYI, guys and girls, I got to throw this out there. Remember, in July's coming up rapidly. I'm actually making the group this weekend, July 14th, 15th. We're going to be up in LA on the 14th on Friday. We figured out a venue, Regina.
Okay.
We're going to be going to Dave & Buster's in Ontario. I'm going to be standing in the Ontario area of California. There is a Dave & Buster's right there in Ontario Mills. We want to link up and have a great time, chill with some like-minded folks up there. And then on Saturday, we're all going to link up and we're going to hit as many garage sales and estate sales as we can humanly possibly do. So
That is fun.
if
That's
y'all,
gonna be fun.
if y'all want to join that group, it's going to be in the LA area. We're going to meet up in Ontario. And then on Saturday, we're going to link up and we're all just going to hit as many places as possible. I'm going to make that group. Hit me up if y'all want to be involved in that. That's going to be July 14th and 15th.
July 14th and 15th.
Yeah, so we got 3 Gen Hustle in the house. He said, yo, I'm super late, but what's up? Hey, you're never too late, big homie.
Right. What's up, Julian?
And we got the homie Buffalo coming in. He said, Regina, Derrick, Humpday Hangout. Derrick looks refreshed tonight. I guess this means a rant. We are going to have a sandwich at chess moment. We actually are. We are going to have that. And he dropped 10 on it. He said, here, take this 10 and go on and do whatever you want.
Thank you so much, Tommy.
Tommy always coming in, showing the love. If y'all just jumping up in here, guys and girls, we're hanging out with Chris and Andrew. They are both part of the pro-political network. They have a podcast that they do out there on multiple platforms. Lisette has dropped the link so many different times, and we're just here hanging out with these 2 fellas So you guys met in high school or grade school?
No, we met in
Middle
7th grade.
school, yeah. So grade
Seventh
school,
grade.
yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So you guys met in the 7th grade. Do y'all remember when y'all first met? Like, do y'all remember that?
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
We do.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we do.
Tell us that story.
All right. So not the first. Well, okay. So I don't remember the first time I really interacted with Andrew, but I remember looking at this guy and was like, this guy is absolutely insane. He is an absolute weirdo. I stand before you today saying I was absolutely correct, but it's been a great 10 years so far. So I mean, I don't think I did anything wrong becoming best friends with the guy. But I will tell you, the first time I met him it was funny. This guy he comes in, and this is the first day of school in the 7th grade. He comes in and he has like this, like, everyone has I guess a DS at the time.
Yeah.
All right.
This wasn't the first day. It
No, wasn't the
was like a couple
I don't
weeks
know.
in.
All right, a couple of weeks in. All right. So first time I really recognized him, besides the first day, he came in late. Came in late to school. Okay. And I was like, all right, this guy, like the way he walked and everything was hilarious. It was great. So then for the second time, I guess, when I really like realized he was there, he was playing on this, I guess it's called a Game Gear, right? It was called the Game Gear, and this giant thing he brings in just to play video games on. I'm just staring at him like, what are you doing? Like, and it was just like it wasn't seen before. I felt like everyone was like being normal, and this guy's got this giant tablet.
Well, it wasn't a tablet.
But you know what I mean, like the size of it. And I don't know. I guess I just walked over to him. I was like, all right, this guy's weird. All right, I feel that. Let me go walk over to him. We talked, and I mean, we've been talking almost every day since. I mean, it's really a story though. We've done so many funny things together. Where it's really been great. It really is. Like,
Right. So when he came up to you, Andrew, like what was your thought?
I don't know. Like he just at first, because like Chris would come to me and like kind of just like be like an annoying little kid, like because we both were annoying little kids, but like so at first it was kind of like, oh, like this guy's just here, I guess. But when someone's like with you when you're that young, like you just kind of accept it because there's only so many people like in your grade, especially because we had like 20 kids in our grade, I think, which really isn't a lot. So I just like we would talk or whatever, and it just kind of kept going, I guess. Like it never really stopped, and then after a while we just kind of got really used to each other, and it's like, oh hey, I mean we're friends.
Yeah.
And I think everything just kind of just kept going from there.
That's why I always say you can't judge people by how they look. You got to talk to them and get to know them, because you never know, you may be passing up a great friendship.
Oh no, I judged. I was right. I was absolutely 100% right. I mean, I was like, I'm gonna be friends with this guy. Like, absolutely. Like,
Hey,
I was
sometimes
right.
you need friends. You need friends like that.
Good judgment.
My best friend is absolutely insane. I'll say that myself, because I'm a little off kilter. I'm a lot off kilter myself. But my best friend Richard, we've been friends ever since high school, freshman year in high school, and he was definitely off too. He was always somebody that was walking along around. I always thought of people that walk around by themselves, they're suspect, right? I'm like, like you look sus, man. Like I don't know what you up to. I don't know if you're planning to bomb this build. I don't know what the hell you thinking right now, but you look real sus. So I said, you know what? To prevent this man from doing anything chaotic, I'm going to befriend him. so I approached my homie one day. I was like, yo, man, what you doing, man? You over here walking around by yourself, looking all crazy and stuff, man? Well, come chill with us. Because I'd rather you be crazy with us than by yourself and I not know what's happening. So we started chilling and kind of we've been chilling ever since then, man. And that was a 1993, 94.
Okay.
We've been cool ever since, and that's kind of how that went down.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Wow.
My best friend is the opposite of me, but we just get each other. She's real quick and just smart. And
so what you're saying? You saying you're dumb?
No, I'm not.
Well,
Did
what
I
you
say
saying?
I was dumb?
You gotta give yourself more credit than that, Regina. I mean, come on now.
Shut up, Derek. Nobody asked you.
Okay.
She's just real quick, and I kind of take my time with things, and she
Right.
just,
No, I get it. You're very what word am I looking for, fellas? You're very
Humble.
she's very humble and very she thinks
Meticulous.
about what you say. Go ahead.
Meticulous.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Think about what I say.
What you say, Andrew?
Meticulous.
There you go.
Right.
That's what I'm looking for. She's very meticulous. She thinks about what she's gonna say before she says it. While vice
And
versa.
a little bit too much sometimes.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's your personality, though. That's your personality. It's all right. Shout out to Thrifty Pia in the house. What's going on, Pia?
What's up, Pia?
Pia
We
jumping
got
up in the
somebody
house.
else, didn't it?
Yeah, we got Blood, Sweat, and so we got Leroy came in. He dropped 5 on it. He said, "Hey, family." You see him down there? He gave you a super chat, guys. And this is the thing
Thank you so much, Leroy.
this is the thing. Let me tell you guys about our crew we got here, Chris and Andrew. So we initially started doing this show for reselling, right? Because y'all know we're resellers, and we started inviting people on, just different resellers, and then the more and more we did it, the more and more we realized that people are full of shit. Just keeping it honest.
No, listen. I mean,
And and we said, you know what? We're not going to keep interviewing these people because I don't even know who these people are. They're here just flapping their gums, but they don't stand behind nothing that they're saying. So then we got very particular on who we started inviting to the show. Right. And the more and more we did that, the more and more we started building our community of people that we rock with. And more people start coming in and out of the chat that realize that, what you see is what you get with this show. The people that we bring on are people we honestly, we respect you guys. We respect what you guys do. We respect, the hustle that you guys have for being so young, diving into the political field. That's insane. To me, that's insane because I know how crazy that can get. Then you guys have a tenacity and passion about it that's very respectable. So I definitely want to make sure we got you on the show. That's why I asked your mom to see if we can link up with you guys. And that's the type of people, and it's not, and we do it from different realms. This is not a reselling show anymore. It used to be called Humpday Reselling Hangout. We took the reselling out, I think, within the first couple of months because we understand that people have different hustles. We've had R&B singers on the show. We've had political people on the show. We've had cannabis owners. We've had all kinds of people on the show. So we didn't want it to be specifically about reselling because there's a lot of shows out there for that. There's a lot of shows. And we didn't want to be branded that way. And ever since then, we built a great community. A lot of people in the chat is amazing. The chat itself is a show by itself because I don't know what the hell they be talking about. They be talking about some most random stuff over there. So what you guys are doing 4 months in, you guys are doing a great thing. And as y'all know, with the political things, with the hate that comes with that, you guys are handling it very well. Y'all realize right from the get-go that people are going to people all the time. That's what I say. They people all the time. And they're going to say whatever they want to say, these keyboard warriors. And
Right.
And they can go on being miserable after they leave that comment because that's all it is. They just trying to dig under your skin, and y'all handle it the right way. So we appreciate that from you guys. Did we say hi to Nikki K?
No, what's up, Nikki K?
Hi, Nikki K. And we got Reselling Niche in the house. What's going on, Mo?
What is up, Mo?
Nice to see you. Thank you guys for joining us. Guys and girls, all the information is below. Make sure y'all click on the links. Regina, can you go and throw that? Do you got it up there? You got to say it with your chest.
Why do I have to have it?
All right, don't click on it yet. Don't click on it. So we got
That's a birthday Pia, Derek.
Where? We say hi to Pia, didn't we?
Did we?
Yeah, Pia. What's up, Pia? All right, guys and girls, look. Chris and Andrew, we do this segment called Say It With Your Chest. Okay. And this segment is a segment where if you got something that bothers you, someone got on your nerves this week or whatever, and it's just sitting heavy on you, this is an opportunity for you to come out and say it with your chest. Get it off your chest. That way you can move on beyond, beyond the midpoint of the week and forget about it. But we want you to just throw it out there, get it off your chest, and then move on. So if Regina would do us the favor of clicking on that "Say It With Your Chest" intro, and then we're going to get it going.
Oh gosh, why? Let me find it. Disgusting. Brace yourself now.
Oh my God. There you go.
Nasty.
That is a true shot of Chris's chest.
No, it's not that hairy. Actually, I'm very light. Even for an Italian guy, I don't have that much chest hair. I gotta say, you know.
I need you to work on that, Chris, man. Come on.
I need to work on that.
Baby. Let's go.
Yeah, listen.
All right. This is called "Say It With Your Chest," man. We're going to give you the opportunity to get whatever you want to get off your chest. It don't matter what it is. It could be the dumbest of the dumb thing. Someone could have, you could have dropped a pencil. Someone ran over it with a skateboard. Whatever it is that bothers you, we're going to pull it up on screen. So, Chris, we're going to start with you, my friend.
Oh, man.
This is your opportunity to get it off your chest, no matter what it is. Get my man his shine. Pull him up on the screen.
Oh, you can make Andrew go first. I still gotta think about this. I don't know what I gotta get off my chest.
Andrew, you got anything that you can think of?
Yeah, I'm in the same spot.
Like I'm thinking probably something from work, but this is like
okay,
so much.
hey, there you go. Man.
Yeah.
Pull my man Andrew up, man. Get it off your chest.
Andrew,
It don't matter how small it is.
There you go, Andrew.
Get it off your chest, man.
I work as a pharmacy tech, and you deal with a lot of people. Like obviously, you deal with people who need medication, which is fine, you know. But people will call and they'll give you a hard time about, oh well, this should be ready and that, and then you have to explain to them like, well, no, we have your med history, and you're going to be doing this day, and then they, it's a whole back and forth, and really, I mean, that's all it is, because I've just had that happen so much this week. I feel like I feel like I've been working more this week than others, and yeah, just constantly people like, sometimes they're trying to get over on you, but oftentimes I feel like they just genuinely don't know, which is honestly worse, because it's like, you need this, like you should really be on top of it, but it's not my place to say, I guess.
There you go.
So.
Hey, you got it off your chest. That's what it's all about. It don't matter how small it is, how big it is. Just get it off your chest and move on. Chris, what you got, man?
Right.
You got something.
All right, I got something small though. All right,
All right,
maybe small to you guys. All right, but
that's okay.
Just a few days ago, the Yankees lost to the Red Sox 3 straight.
Oh.
As a Yankee fan, we don't deal with that.
Oh God.
I mean, that's and one of them was a doubleheader. I mean, just awful. I mean,
you can't watch them lose back to back.
I can't watch them back to back to lose 3 times. I mean, I get it was in Fenway Park. At least it was in Yankee Stadium, but we can't be doing this. The Red Sox, I guess they're getting their stuff together now, but we as the New York Yankees can't be losing to the Red Sox 3 straight. That just can't happen. I mean, that's right now. It's like the Yankees just beat the Mariners, so I mean, I'm fine right now, but definitely that was a hard one to watch with the Red Sox. So I mean, Yankees need Aaron Judge back. That's basically what I gotta say. We need Judge back, back in the lineup.
We need Judge back. I'm not a Yankees fan, but I understand. That's hurtful right there, man. To lose to your rivals. That's hurtful.
You watch baseball?
I follow the sport. Yeah.
What's your team?
I'm a Dodgers fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dodgers.
Of course, I'm in Cali. We got
a few teams there.
Yeah, we got a few choices. We got Frisco, Oakland. Oakland is irrelevant, although they were pretty decent. I can't wait till they move. They need a new stadium. Oakland, this is what I said with your chest. So this is funny. We talk about baseball. We'll leave it there with baseball. All right, Oakland A's. God damn it. Oakland A's probably single-handedly has the worst stadium I've ever seen in my life. We talking about roach infested, rat infested, bathrooms. I would much rather use a porta potty than go into one of the Oakland A's bathrooms. The concession stands are terrible. I've never seen a concession stand that serves Coke 45, and that tells you what Oakland is all about. They got Coke 45 stands in Oakland. St. Ides stands in Oakland. Hell, they still sell Zima in Oakland stadiums. I need y'all to tear that goddamn thing down and get y'all new stadium. Start arguing about where it's going to be. It don't matter where it's going to be. Oakland doesn't support the A's. Let them move to a city that's going to support them. Las Vegas, open in arms with the Oakland A's. You see what happened with Raider Stadium is amazing. I don't know if anyone's ever been to Vegas and seen that Raider Stadium. It is crazy.
I wish I got to see that in person. I mean, that stadium looks nice.
God,
I mean,
that thing
but
is.
the only problem I have is like the Oakland A's sounds much better than the Vegas A's. I think.
It
I mean,
does. It does.
And also,
Go ahead.
the organization is terrible for the A's. Like, honestly, they should just fire the owner of it because he was the reason. That's the reason why they're in the predicament that they're in is because of the owner and everyone that surrounds that. So they could easily fix everything up, but they don't want to. They just want more money. So, I mean, that's the problem there with Oakland. I mean, I think that they have a lot of problems, and ownership is definitely the biggest one. So, I mean, they got to sell.
With you. Look. Let them go. Let them go. Let them go. Get some fans, because not too long ago, Oakland was pretty damn good. In spite of the terrible ownership that they've had, in spite of the worst stadium that I've ever seen in life, they were a pretty good team. So Oakland, get it together, man. I need y'all to let the A's leave, go on to Vegas, let them do their thing, build their brand over there. Because I would love to get a new dope ass Oakland A's uniform. I want it to be right along the lines of the Oakland Raiders. I want it to be black and gray. Something.
Totally you change the colors too. I don't know. Man. It's iconic. It's iconic. How do you change that? You know,
it's iconic with losership. I need them to come on over there. How about this? Black and green. They keep the emerald green that they have with the yellow outline. Imagine that black uniform with an emerald green.
Way. Black on a baseball jersey is not as nice as it is on a basketball or a football jersey. I don't know what it is, but there's very few good black jerseys that I've seen. I think, and I'm not a Mets fan, but I think the Mets have a nice black uniform, right? Like the nice jersey top. I think that looks nice, but black usually doesn't look good when it comes to baseball jerseys. So I don't know if I would want that for that. And also, I just don't want them changing the color because how iconic it is. It's a shame. I really don't want them to leave Oakland. I want them to build back Oakland, but they won't because they want more money. They're being greedy about it, you know. And hell, I mean, if there's another organization I think should sell, I think the ownership of the Angels. I don't know what they're doing. They can never get into the playoffs. They got the two best guys. They got Shohei Ohtani, which is my favorite player right now. I want him to come to the Yankees. I don't think he will, but I hope he does. I pray every day. And number two, you have Mike Trout. So it's like, and they're not going anywhere. It's insane. And Ohtani's doing things that you have never seen in over 100 years since Babe Ruth. Okay, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous how they're not going to make the playoffs. So they're another group of people that should sell, and they were going to sell last year, but they didn't, and they should have. So that's how I feel about California baseball teams.
No, I feel you on that. Yeah. What's up, Marcus? Card hunting guys in the house. What's going on, Marcus?
What's up, Marcus?
You said empty out there in Oakland. It is, man. That you can get. I remember they started putting free tickets in cereal boxes for Oakland A's.
That's sad. Oh no.
Like, that's how bad it was. And shout out to Dilly. I don't know who Dilly is. He says, and I'm sure it's a. Before I go in on you, Dilly, I'm going to let everybody else deal with it. The fitness truck guy, what is going on? I'm not even going to give you the energy. He said he's being racist, and I don't know who and or what that is, Dilly. But I'll let the chat deal with you, Dilly, as they normally would. As they normally would. Anyway, we're at an hour 8 minutes, man. We're Regina. What do you got to get off your chest?
I just want to say, stay out of my inbox. Stop texting me with all those chain mails and messages. I don't want to hear what everybody got to say. I'm tired of my phone going off. Don't send me no chain messages and all those text messages. It's just ridiculous and driving me crazy.
Don't y'all link her. Don't link her in nothing.
Don't link me. Leave me out of it. If it don't have nothing to do with me, I want to stay out of it. Just
her name is Bennett, and she ain't in it. Keep her out the messages, y'all. Shout out to the fitness truck guy. Thank you for joining us, big homie. Shout out to Mountain State Pickers. What is going on, man?
What's up, Jane?
good to see you. All right, look, hour and 9 minutes. We got to jump off here, man. We got people got things to do, places to go, and all that good stuff. If y'all just jumping up in here, we were hanging out with Chris and Andrew. They are both part of the Pro Political Network. They have a podcast that they have on all multiple platforms. Their links are below to their personal page, but also if you check the chat, Lisette has been dropping their links this whole time since we've been in the show. So make sure y'all check them out, show them some support and love. We're going to go around the room. Y'all can give us something to close out on. This is what we like to do. We like to close out on anything you want to give us, man, something positive that we can close out with. Let's go ahead and pull Andrew up on the screen. Andrew, give us something to close out on, homie.
Let's go, Andrew.
Yeah, thank you guys for checking out the stream. It's been a pleasure, honestly, being pulled on here. Shout outs to my mom, obviously. She, she told me about you guys' show and told me about all this, so that was cool. Obviously, shout outs to Chris too. He really got the ball rolling with this whole pro political stuff, and he asked me obviously to be on the show. And yeah, I hope everyone has had a good time tonight and everyone has a good week. Definitely check out Pro Political Network on YouTube. We uploaded our episode today interviewing Heshi Tishler, who's a congressman or a city councilman candidate. Tomorrow we're uploading a normal episode of our podcast. So you can get kind of a feel for, a normal episode. And then, from there it's every Wednesday and every Friday will be episodes of our show. And thank you.
Thank you.
Yo, appreciate you, man. Thank you for joining us. Chris, what you got for us, man? Give us something to close out on.
All right. Well, first, like Andrew said, I want to thank you guys for having us on the show. I mean, really, it's a pleasure. And thank you to, of course, Lisette, Andrew's mom. She really always putting the good word in for us. So I thank you so much for that. And, thank you to Andrew for being a good co-host on Pro Political Pod. I mean, we have so much fun. And we had much fun here tonight as well. Definitely, everyone, if you can, check out Pro Political Network on YouTube, on TikTok and Instagram. If you want to check out the podcast, you could also check it out on YouTube on the Pro Political Network. You can check it out on Spotify. You can check it out on Google Podcast. And if you want to check out Pro Political gear for pro political merchandise, for if you want to buy a shirt for if you know someone that's a Democrat or Republican and want to buy them shirts, or you want to buy Pro Political Pod merchandise that I just put up recently, you could also check that one out too. So thank you so much. I hope to see you guys. If anyone in the comments that's watching this to peep our show, I mean, it would be great. Thank you guys so much. And yeah, just one more thing. When we talk about politics, always be as respectful as you can, but hold your ground too. So don't forget that. Thank you very much.
Like that.
I like it. I just realized who Chris sound like to me.
Who he
Don't
sound
y'all laugh. Ralph Macchio, Karate Kid.
Oh my God. Yeah, you literally just showing your age right now. Karate Kid came out in 65.
No, it didn't. It was not 65.
65? No way.
Yeah.
Fine.
No. There was a remake of Karate Kid with me and Chris for kids, but we definitely also saw the original one too. Yeah, it was 84.
Yeah, 84. Yeah, I was gonna say it's definitely an 80s movie. Like,
Yeah.
I was gonna say 80s right off the bat. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna double check because I haven't seen the movie in a while. But and I remember the music in that. I was like, you know what? It's very 80s. I mean,
Derrick's talking about some 65.
Oh man. All right. All I got for us tonight.
Jane says she hears it now.
Right? See, you got it stuck in their head. All right. What I have is I saw this quote. It says, "Positive anything is better than negative nothing." So, positive anything is better than negative nothing.
Okay.
It also is never too late to set a new goal. And no matter how young or old you are, it's never too late to set a new goal. If you go living your life without having goals, you ain't living life. You're just going through the motions. Everybody should have a goal out there, no matter how big or small it is. Because it gives you something to look forward to, man. If you're just waking up saying, oh, okay, you know what? Fuck it. We just going to go with the flow. I don't know what's going on today. We just going to see what eves and turns. Nah, you got to set some type of goal out there, man. Set something. Shit. You trying to save $10. And you get to that point, hell, celebrate that $10. Go buy yourself some ice cream. It don't matter what it is, how big or small it is. Set yourself some goals. Don Southern Fines, what is going on, Don? Nice to see you.
What's up, Don?
Nice to see you, Regina. What you got for our friend?
I just want to say thank you all so much for showing up and supporting us. Thank you so much, Chris and Andrew, for being on the show. I have enjoyed you all. I'm proud of y'all for being so young and starting having you all's podcast.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to look at some of the episodes.
And it's a podcast. That's a great thing about it, right, Regina? You can just turn it on and go.
Yeah, while I'm driving my long commute to work. So but I just want to say, don't be afraid to try new things. You all know I'm trying Whatnot. And that's going to be something new for me. I almost talked myself out of it, but Lisette talked me back into it. So, you just got to stay connected to people who's going to push you and, support you. So don't be afraid to try new things. You never know what you may like if you try something new.
When is your show? When is your show on Whatnot?
My show on Whatnot is June the 30th. That's the last Friday of the month at 7 p.m.
June 30th. Make sure you're following. What's your name on Whatnot?
It is Michelle Music,
Michelle.
which I'm probably going to change eventually. It was just a random name I selected when I signed up my account.
Yeah, Michelle Music. And I remember you started your account to come support me. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And I just threw some up. I said, let me just make up a name.
See, I love that, man. Go ahead, then. We look forward to that. We really do look forward to that. You're going to be just fine. Just fine. Just like you guys. I'll say this to Chris and Andrew. If I were to give, and I know you didn't ask for my opinion or advice on anything, but I'm going to give it anyway. I don't give a damn. If I were to say anything, you guys being so young, I think you guys already learned this already. Keep your circle small and tight and close to your heart, because you're only as good as the people you're surrounded with. You can be the smartest person in the whole room, and if you got a bunch of idiots around you, it makes you an idiot as well. Because that's all they're going to see if that's what you're surrounded with. And you're never going to grow. You're going to stay right where you're at because there's no one around you to really challenge you to even get better in life. You guys are still young to where, you're just figuring things out. But it's never too early to get the ball rolling. So, surround yourself with great people, great minds, great energy. Keep all that negative shit to the side. Y'all see what all this negativity does to people. It's not good. It's not good. It's added stress to the stressful world that we live in already. So just surround yourself with great people. Pick and choose your friends very wisely. And your great friends, treat them and support them in whatever that they do. It don't matter how dumb the idea is.
Right.
It doesn't. A lot of friends don't support their friends like they should. So a friend to throw an idea out there, and that idea in your head, it may be the dumbest idea in the world, but if they're excited for it to give it a try, support them.
Right.
Give them love, show them love, support whatever they're doing. And if it doesn't work out and it fails, be there to lift them up. If it does work out and it's going great, be there to applaud them. It doesn't stop when people succeed, right? You got to keep supporting them. You can't don't be that hateful ass friend. Be like, man, forget y'all. You think you're better than me? No, just because they had an idea and acted on it and they're actually doing great with it, don't become that hating ass friend. Don't do that.
Right.
Don't be that one. That's not a true friend. So you support them in the good and bad, and you guys are gonna be just fine. So I know you guys are surrounded. It seems like y'all surrounded by great people, and y'all got that good energy already. But just throwing that out there, man. Just watch who you let in your circle.
Absolutely.
That's good.
Great advice.
Thank you. Yeah.
Great advice.
All right.
Tiana?
But Kiana in the house? Tiana, is it Tiana? Oh, there.
Swag.
What's up, Tiana?
What's up?
How are you, Tiana? Good to see you. Guys and girls, we're about to jump up off of here. It was great hanging out with Chris and Andrew. Great minds. Make sure y'all check out their podcast. All their links are in the chat. A couple links are below in the description. You guys kill the rest of the week. Have a solid Wednesday and have a great weekend, whatever y'all doing. Peace and hair grease, y'all. Andrew, Chris, thank y'all again for joining us on the show. Regina, sis, I'll talk to you later. And everybody in the chat, thank y'all again. See y'all later, man.
Thank
Good
you so
night,
much.
y'all.
See you guys.
Bye.
Yep. Great show.